Who run it?
Welcome back to the Quiet Car Podcast. On today's episode, Tag is overtaking PSA. Luka Doncic is the best Laker to ever play the game of basketball. And
least amount of flops.
And Topps Rip Night.
Success, failure, you'll find out.
Before 6. That's all we're going to say. But you already know what it is. Your boy Money right here. Yable's on the other side of me. Jerry's right there. Listen, you already know every single episode is brought to you by Connect Collect. Elevate your brand. Well, your logo get a VIP treatment it deserves. We turn your logo into a premium piece, crafted into a chain, graded with a card right there in the heart of the product. It's more than just an accessory. It's a wearable charm and displays your piece designed to flex on any occasion.
Flex on.
Also, you have your spinning modules, towers that showcase your custom charms and collectibles. Also, a work of art. You ready to upgrade today? Check out connectcollect.shop. Follow them on Instagram at Connect Collect on IG. Connect Collect, where logos and luxury meet.
Guys, I don't know if y'all know, but it definitely made my grandma say ooh-wee when she saw them. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Baby. Don't you do that, baby?
Yeah.
So, yay, Bo.
What it is, Bo.
Man, what up, man? Listen. Let me just get started right now. The blaming's blaming. Listen, so we got a next. What's the next Whatnot show?
So no Whatnot Wednesday this week. I got to get on the other side. Some work stuff, man. So looking like a weekend it's going to be. So
weekend Whatnot.
Weekend Whatnot. This week is going to be a little hectic.
Also,
Weekend Whatnot.
Also, do a little announcement. We would be at the Huntsville show this week.
Yeah.
So pull up on us.
Shout that out. We will definitely be on Saturday, right there at Huntsville VBC, one of the biggest car shows in the South. So come pull up and everything. Also, check me out. If anybody's in Miami, check me out. I'll be at A Mint either today or tomorrow. Yeah. So if you want to do any trades or anything you see, you want something, whatever, hey, hit me up. I will be at A Mint.
Now, shout out, Amani, real quick. Are we going to have a live stream possibly from AA Mint?
Possibly. But I'll be.
If you're hearing this in the morning, be on the lookout. You never know.
Yeah.
Pull up on us. Might get a good deal.
But I do have an announcement. On Thursday, 27th, is our 1 year anniversary of doing this podcast. We are doing a 1 year stream and event. We're gonna be on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Check us out. We're looking at 7 o'clock.
Works for me.
Yeah, 7 o'clock Central Time for everybody, and so it's 7 Central. So if you live in anywhere else, figure it out. And also, like I said, that's gonna be our 1 year anniversary streaming live. We just gonna only thing we're gonna go through is we're just gonna go through like old videos and stuff, how I get started, this and this. Got any questions or anything? Let us know. Quiet Car Podcast everywhere. Like I said, YouTube, Twitch.
Jump in.
Instagram.
Jump in.
Don't come and join the
Yeah.
party. It's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Come and join the party.
There will allegedly be cupcakes
Yeah.
and potentially bottles popped.
Yes.
You can do that.
And packs ripped.
Packs will be ripped.
Mhm.
We might
Packs
have
will
some
be
extra
ripped.
special packs that we have not spoke about, and we might have something real special. Just heads up.
She's gonna be lit.
Look out.
Yes.
She's gonna be lit. But like I said, join us at Thursday, which is gonna be tomorrow. Like I said, 7:00 Central Time. Yeah, it's gonna be a party. Like I said, it's just a celebration. That's all it is. Yeah, we're gonna do that on Thursday. And like I said, also if you haven't heard
Should
yet,
we call this our birthday?
yeah, it's gonna be a birthday. So February 27th, is birthday.
So basically, if you are hearing this, you are invited to our birthday party, and
Birthday party stream.
your presence is the present.
Yes, I like that.
All I want for my birthday
Is a big PSA 10 party. All I want in my life.
So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be super lit on that day. So yeah, we appreciate everybody that's been listening.
Yes.
First off, shout out to Chains.
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nah. Shout out Teddy Boy for sure.
Is that
Yeah.
PSA 10?
Hey,
Okay, shout out. Hold on.
He got a new one with Larry June and Alchemist, man. You gotta listen to that.
Oh, I've been listening to it.
I've
been listening to it.
Now, did you guys see the latest gas drop? Amani, I believe, was the one who put me out or put this out there for me to see.
Oh yeah.
We were yin yang twins, and
so what's this called? Gas? That's all it is?
Yeah, Gas is the name of the cards, and they do autographed cards. They do kind of weird pop culture.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's
really nice.
So
very individual. Yeah. As I use the phrase weird, I want people to use the upper level thinking that I'm kind of like putting out there. I'm not saying weird as in weird. I'm saying like I like the weird stuff. And this would qualify as the weird stuff. Like we have rapper autograph cards. Like it's the cool stuff that's like.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen them. It's just like a nice.
First off, yes. Yeah. No, show us. Hey, Amani, can you pull up the cards that you sent?
Yeah. So basically, what Gas is basically what they're doing. They're celebrating the Yin Yang Whisper song. Was literally, I mean, their biggest song.
First off, and hold on, let's give that song a shout out because I guarantee you there is a certain type of establishment where that song will play every day somewhere across the planet. And there will be a plethora of gentlemen and ladies, and there may or may be some drinks. And
so the three, like I said, the three that's going to be right here. Or
let me whisper
and it's auto too. I mean,
it's on card autographs. That's the other big deal. Is it's on card autographs.
Now, like I said, for me, I've never been like a fan of like these cards like this.
Hold on, here's the immediate question.
Yeah,
does PSA grade it? And I don't know the answer to that.
I think because they have to because they graded the what's the card you have?
It's on the rapper cards.
Yeah,
rapper cards.
The rapper cards. They grade the rapper cards. So I'm thinking if they grade the rapper cards, they don't have, they gotta grade this.
Well, that was the first rapper card that I got graded though. That actually went through. I sent in Sky Zoo.
Nope. They grade them 100%.
And I sent in Talib Kweli.
Yeah,
they sent him back. They sent Talib Kweli back though, man. So, but it was just that brand though, rapper card brand.
Yeah, literally an Eminem to 15 gas card sold for $3,350.
Dang.
And it was numbered to 15 in a PSA 9. And the beautiful thing with that is it kind of comes like I believe the Tops Now kind of scenario where it's like you're gonna get a card, but you don't know if you're going to get the autograph. You don't know if you're going to get, it's, hey, you bought this card and it was $55. You might get a base card, or you might get the almost $3,500 one. Crazy.
Okay. So
Oh, and then a PSA 10 in a number to 20 did 4,500 in that same gas product. So, as I say, weird. It's a actual valued brand.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tupac ones they did were amazing. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I do remember that one as you talk about it.
But like, I mean, and not to just like always say, hey, grade, right? But even a base PSA 10 of this Slim Shady card did $100. I mean, obviously you're not going to get rich, but a Camilla Cabela, I don't necessarily know who this individual is.
Yeah.
She's an artist, okay. But she has a gas card, and it did $250, and she's got a beautiful autograph too.
But see, the thing is, now it's like when we looked at, they got the
Well, I mean, really, we've been looking for a hot minute. It's not just been this drop. We've been aware for quite some time.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones was another giant.
Rolling Stones coming out soon, and those cards.
Yeah, you're talking about the Panini.
The Panini Prisms.
Yeah, that's a great transition to that. Yes.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Do you have the? You had quoted me the other day the release date of that. So that's coming up here soon, right?
I understand. I saw March 5th, and for what I'm seeing, it's only like one box now. Whatever, they could change, whatever, but it's a mega hobby box, which is, I absolutely love that.
So they're probably calling that like an H2O or some kind of like,
and it's only like
hobby retail. Oh, wait, will it be retail at all, or is it just hobby exclusive?
No. I mean, it should be retail. That's what it should be. It should be
the mega retail mega. Never heard. It should be hobby mega.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I've never heard of a hobby mega.
Hobby is a mega.
I never heard that either. That's what I'm saying. This is new for me also.
Normally,
so I'm not 1,000%. Which, I mean, shout out to Panini. I don't want to say 100% that I was a hater right off the rip on these Rolling Stone cards, but 1,000% I was a fucking hater. 1,000%. Listen, hold on. I will admit when I talked shit and I was wrong. They came out way nicer than I even could have anticipated. The Kaboom. Hold on. The Kaboom was nice. The Kaboom was super cool. Don't get me wrong. I love Kabooms. Yes. The white sparkle, though, I don't even like white. Or no. What is it? The Color Blast. I said white sparkle. I mean Color Blast. The Color Blast. So the Color Blast had their logo in the background. And then the Color Blast with them like standing there. And I was like, honestly, that's pretty fire. That's pretty fire. And they've got autographs, I believe. Am I wrong, Amani? Did we see an autograph on that thing? I thought when scrolling through,
I believe they do. Let me look and see. I believe they did though.
But overall, I will say I was way more impressed with what came out than what originally I could have projected. And yeah, I mean, this is one of those times where you got to like bite the bullet and say, hey, look, I talked shit and I was wrong. Now, I still could be right. QC could come out and it'd just be awful. You know, you never know. But as far as the preview photos, they looked way better than I thought, bro. They looked way better than I thought. And I was just like, man, for anybody who potentially has a type 2 photo that is PSA graded of, say, some Rolling Stones gentlemen up on a stage that was used in a magazine, man, that might be a great time to have one of those things.
Hey, pull it out. pull out some of them old 35 millimeter 110
Mm.
rolls of film you got.
No. This is a Type 2. So it's on a big. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a cool piece. I want to say Keith Richards and Mick Jagger are on it, but I don't want to tell anybody wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's who's on it. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, the Prism stuff, it looked way better. And if anything was going to give me hope, I was super happy with the WNBA stuff. I mean, obviously not hyping up WNBA, but overall, what did you guys think of the cards and the quality? I was happy for sure.
I do like the like the Blossom.
Now, I'm specifically saying I'm happy with the Select. The Prism stuff, I have noticed there are print dots that are in wrong spots. So on the sides of the card where they do the little dots that you used to could count and kind of going, okay, hey, this is 6 dots this way, and right?
Yeah.
They had dots in the wrong spot, and I was like, dude, this is not going to grade good at all. So Prism, I don't love. Select, I fucking loved WNBA. I mean, so it depends
they do
on.
Look good. I think some of them were like curved.
Yeah, they had the
like
bow.
The cards weren't.
I don't like the bow.
I didn't like the bow at all.
But I will tell you something that I have noticed is if you put those, what are those? Is a silicone packets that absorb moisture? What are those called? It's but whatever. I've been picking those up because when you buy like
you talking about one coming in the shoe boxes?
Yeah,
they come in shoe boxes. They come in electronic boxes.
Silica gel.
Yeah,
silica gel.
Silica gel. Yeah,
silica gel packets. So
Yeah.
I've been throwing those silica gel packets in my cases, anywhere where my cards are stored, and it will actually help take the bow out. It's completely crazy. I know it sounds nuts, but like it has straightened cards out. But yeah, first off, that's play of the week. If you don't know, throw the silica gel packets in, especially if you live somewhere that's a humid environment, like say Alabama or Roll Tide. But yeah, not stringing off too far. I'll be curious to see what that Prism product looks like when it comes out. But then that kind of leads us to the next Prism product that's coming out for something. And I think really, one, they're targeting children, but two, they're targeting females.
Now, this is the segment. Let me just go and get the intro started because
Hold on. Yeah. First off, we started the last one where Jerry admitted that he was 100% wrong about something. So Amani's
going to go in on this one. So we do this every week. We haven't missed a week yet.
Yeah.
This is definitely approved by all the single females that did not have a date Valentine's Day. Nope.
No.
They did.
This what we're getting into? Okay.
This is what we get into. This is definitely approved for all the females that did the squabble up date or whatever they want to call it when they date themselves on Valentine's Day. Shout out to y'all. Every single week. Definitely approved. Jerry, tell them what's up.
First off, we're going to start this off in the right place. I admitted I was wrong on the last one. But on this next one, some of the big things coming from Panini. I told Amani, I think this is going to be a big deal. It's the Squishmallow coming up. Before we talk about my week, 100%, we're hitting this. The Panini Squishmallow cards are coming out. They're targeting children and women. Go hit those kabooms. Go hit those color blasts. When you rip a $40 box and sell something for $500, come back and say thank you. All right. My week in the hobby. Absolutely wonderful. Bro, it's fun. It's fun. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my life, while the most fun I've ever had in my life. It's like a really interesting time to be alive. because there's so many days that I just wake up and go, man, shiny pieces of cardboard help pay bills
On strength.
on the strength. So yeah, man, it's been good. So sent some stuff out for grading. Shout out Amani, shout out GameStop, shout out PSA. That's the route. Amani, how many submissions are we? Like this is what 5, 6 deep that we've done with PSA.
Yeah, I think we're at 6. This is the biggest one.
This is the biggest one. We wanted to
one.
essentially, they gave us a number and said, whenever we hit this number, we ship something the next day.
Let me
and this number is probably different at everybody else's location. We just said run it. Well, they can find that number out.
Yeah.
They can go ask the store.
Run it.
But basically we said run it. And so we're just going to ship some stuff off. And they're going to ship it off the next day. So got some grades in. Grades were great. It's got lots of attention. WNBA stuff, I think this is an in collector thing. I mean, I know we're talking about my week, but what do you guys think? I think this is an in collector thing.
It's a set collector.
For WNBA?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what, my daughter's been doing, trying to collect the set and, kind of moving duplicates and stuff.
I think it's an interesting thing because I kind of think the same thing with Pokemon. Like, you see stuff like football, you see stuff like basketball, baseball, and these people are just buy it, flip it, buy it, flip it, buy it, flip it. Like Amani, before we started the show, literally pulls out Pokemon, and we're talking, and he goes, "No, I'm keeping this one. No, I like this one." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Shout out to Lucario.
Different. Shout out to Lucario right now. He is beating my ass on Pokemon Pocket. And not only can I not fucking trade him, I can't pull him either. And it's in the meta right now. And he's killing it.
Oh, I think I have a matter of fact.
But we can't trade the new stuff. Doesn't matter. Can't trade the new stuff. So I'm just over here getting my ass beat. So shout out Lucario.
Man, you got to pull it at some point.
Listen, Pokemon Pocket's fire. Allegedly, with Pokemon Day coming up, everybody needs to be aware. If you rip packs, supposedly there's guaranteed packs for pretty much every pack you rip.
All right.
Second off, I think that there's actual real life stuff that they're doing at GameStop. I think they're doing it if you order stuff off the Pokemon Center. I think there's a few other big deal things. If you just look up Pokemon Day exclusives, there's a lot of stuff. But the hobbies have been good. And then we got the show coming up this week. I would steal Marcus's Whatnot Wednesday, but I kind of don't want to sell stuff before Saturday.
That's another thing too, right?
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I'm just like, I want to go with something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I know if I run Whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind going with like 5 things going, what's up? What you got? But you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the whole thing like this also. Speaking on that's what I noticed also is that I do have a hard time selling on Whatnot when I'm dealing with cards. I'm dealing with shows.
Yeah, man. I mean, and it's a big show too. Huntsville's a big show.
That's the other thing. It's not a small show.
Right. Yeah. And shout out, man, to the flip, yo. I mean, got a nice lineup.
First off, big shout out to the flip. Shout out to Daniel and his wife.
Baby.
They just had a baby.
Right. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Location.
So hold on.
They've been,
you know what that means, guys? Knock on wood. If everything we do right and Daniel does right, We'll have a
Yeah.
future show promoter, and then this show will be able to continue for another 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
Hold on, listen. And this is something. So I'm the weirdo of the three of us. I'm the only one who doesn't have a child. So,
That we know
as
of.
somebody who is thinking of having a kid,
We know
Yeah,
of.
man.
what a fun thing to do to make money and bring your kid to work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's different if it's like, hey, dad, you know, we're working on air conditioners, or we're doing plumbing, or this or that. Hold on. No, I went to a freaking card show with my dad. Yeah, I know he had a table. Like, what a cool childhood to give a child. And so that's something, one of the things I want to be is at some point in my child's life, I want to be the dad that picks them up from school and, hey, I got a Porsche. I pull up, jump in, I can take 2 of your friends, but I can't take 3. We don't have enough seats. Sounds good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, that's what's up, man. I like you got toys in your married life. That's awesome.
Well, that's the thought. That's the thought.
Hell
Hold on,
yeah.
Mama's got a nice car. I'm driving an old Porsche just because I can turn a wrench on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right,
it's
that's
cheaper
right.
like that. That was what I always said was going to be my first $10,000 vehicle. Just pick up a used Porsche.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Just rebuild it.
it's gonna be fun regardless, man. No matter how
100%.
right.
100%. But I will say, the one time that I did get to drive a Porsche, it was
Yeah.
a 911 Turbo. I called my dad afterwards because long and short, taught swim lessons. The gentleman had one and said, "Hey, you taught me how to swim? Run it." Bet. And he goes, "Hey, look, we're going to go on a certain part that's definitely not here in Alabama because you would never do this." But he goes, "If you go past a certain speed, the spoiler, raises up to increase the
Oh
center,
yeah.
the downforce, so you can actually scoot a little faster." And
Oh boy.
allegedly, it could be a fun time. But I did tell my dad
Oh,
after I talked to him, I said, honestly, I've been in a Subaru and a Honda that felt faster, as far as more violent quickly.
yeah.
I
Interesting.
mean, the Porsche had heated leather seats. Don't get me wrong. He turned the air conditioning off, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Well, it's not supposed to. It's not. A Porsche is not supposed to feel violently faster.
No. I want a Honda that
If you,
has a turbo with a blow off sticking out of the hood, and it shoots flames out the hood, and the blow off comes out of the hood as well, and it goes rah, bah, 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 bah. And I want the violence, 0 to 60 in
That is
4
wild.
seconds. Yeah,
See,
that's the true dream. That's the true dream. But I'm not
see
picking the
Jerry
kids up
really
in that.
do it.
You pick them up in the Porsche. It's got leather seats. It's a little slower,
not
but
the Type R.
no, no, I can build something faster.
Then the Type
But
R.
that also
Jerry.
yeah, but that comes with no seats, no air conditioning, a roll cage, drag radials.
One seat.
Was that a
No, we got
One
Miata?
2.
driver's seat.
You got 2. You just don't install the second one. You just store the battery right there.
Right. Straight up pipes and roll cages.
No.
But yeah, no. So we did glaze over this, but really the panini squashmallow thing I think is going to be a big deal, and it's something that I think
I
is a
just discovered
sleeper
that.
play that people should consider to be open-minded to, because you've heard of other influencers. Shout out Cage Lawyer, where I believe his daughter ripped a box. It was like House of Has-Beens or some kind of anime, but they had a series 1, series 2, and now they're on kind of like a series 3. But apparently, because nobody picked up the series 1 because everybody kind of discounted it, it would be very hard to be a set collector because stuff is super expensive. And
Wow.
you think about stuff like Squashmallows. And
Oh,
you go to a show, you go to a con, and you might not see a woman 100% who's like super into cards.
Mhm.
You hand her a Squashmallow Pikachu, yeah.
So look,
Or
let me
in the case of, come on, light it
let
up.
me so look, let me say this, right? I didn't know anything about Squashmallow, right? This is the
Not a
first thing.
thing. Not
This
a
is the
thing.
first thing
it's
that
a
Jerry
pillow.
does, right? Jerry's about to
Hold on,
explain it.
no, tell them the scenario. We were
So
eating
so we was
because we were
eating.
submitting.
Yeah. So we was eating, we submitting this. Well, we have a little hangout spot, a little meeting area. And then Jerry's about to explain the impact of Squashmallow, right? Because I'm going like, as a guy, I'm going like, what is this, right? What is how
No,
So,
Armani
he
literally goes, "What the fuck is this horseshit?"
so he talks to
who?
the waitress. Waitress comes over. He goes, "Hey, look, hold on. What do you know
Everybody,
about
hold on.
Squashmallow?"
Turn the volume up on this one. Hold
He
on.
said, "What do you know about Squashmallow?" And her eyes lit up, and she acted like I gave her like $1,000,000. And she was explaining all this stuff with Squashmallow and all this stuff, this and this.
How she collected
How
it,
she
how her
what's her
partner
favorite
collected
one?
it, her
Oh yeah, and
sisters
all this.
got them, moms got them.
You're talking about the pillows or
The,
cards?
the Squashmallow, it's not a pillow. It's a pillow squishy. Like, what do you
It-
call that? I mean, it's a plush
A,
toy, but
a,
you know
a
what I'm saying?
pillow. It's
It's not a
it's
pillow.
it's not because it's
it's
very
real.
small.
Shout out to Monty. Say it. It ain't a fucking pillow.
It's not a pillow because it's like super small. Now the one I seen,
They
the
make
big
small
one.
ones, big ones. They have different sizes.
Okay,
If
the
you don't
one I
talk
get
saw
about,
was
any.
like it was a nice pillow size. It was nice
They
and
have big
cushiony.
ones. Yes, you could use that as a
Yeah,
pillow. Yes, but it's not a
yeah.
pillow.
Okay. The one I bought
Hashtag
for Gabrielle,
squashmallows
I
are
thought
not
it
pillows.
was used as a pillow. We definitely use it as a pillow.
I don't
But
listen.
okay. So long and short, Amani goes, all right, what is this? Talk to the waitress. And like you said, her eyes lit up. She
Lit
goes
up.
on for like what 7 minutes. And I'm not even
Yeah,
joking of just
yeah,
why Squashmallow is a big deal and
it's
why
important.
Amani should care.
Yeah.
And so I literally turned to him and I
There
said,
you go.
now think White Sparkle. Now think Color Blast.
Mhm.
Kaboom. This. They
Mm,
are trying to appeal to women. They are trying to appeal to children.
yeah.
It's a sleeper play. When I saw it, I was like, and it's crazy because I didn't see it until we were sitting there eating dinner, and I'm sitting there eating like a dessert, and I'm like, bro, I've got shout out. It was bread pudding. Could have used a little more milk,
Strawberry.
but it was still pretty good, huh?
Strawberry bread pudding. Strawberry.
Strawberry bread pudding. Yeah,
Strawberry
yeah,
bread.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sign me
shout
up.
out, pretty good. But yeah, I'm scrolling and it pops up and it goes, hey, Panini's doing a collab, Squashmallows, this card preview. And I'm like, oh my God. And Amani's just like,
Yeah, because when I saw it
why
earlier
should I
that day,
care? Why should
yeah,
I
when I
care?
saw
Which
it,
is
I just
great.
scroll by it.
Which my thought to conviction, and then to be able to go, hey, you're a female. What do you think? And she's just,
Mhm.
ooh.
She goes off.
Yeah.
The same way you would expect a third grader to explain to his teacher why a PSA 10 is important. Well, listen here. If I got a Charizard and like it, it's cool. So I think it's a cool sleeper play. I really do. And I don't even think they're for sale yet. Are they?
I
think
believe it.
look.
I know GameStop is getting some. I think there's
Okay.
some out here. I just don't know what they might. You might just go to panini.com and just buy them. That's what I'm
But
guessing.
yeah. But yeah, long and short, just thinking about the weird stuff, thinking outside of the box when so many people's top 5 list goes baseball, football, basketball,
Mm-hmm.
shiny, 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 shiny.
Yeah.
We want to be the people over here telling you cool Rapperautos, Squashmallow kabooms, Rolling Stone kaboom. Like,
So the thing is,
First
now,
off, shout out to Panini. We're giving them a lot of love tonight.
Well, I think it's the thing of which I said is that you can kind of see where they're going to take this business at because, like I said, now you don't have the rights to print basically any sports card except WNBA and maybe a little soccer or
and
whatever.
soccer
but you don't get the big soccer though.
Don't they have collegiate
and I don't know until when because when I open up a box at collegiate stuff, no SEC schools. It had logos on them, so that makes me feel that.
First off, this is an Alabama household, so
Roll Tide,
and that's a loss in my book.
And so the whole thing,
Georgia.
But the thing is that
SEC
I'm looking
versus
at
the planet.
I'm looking at what they finna do, especially with the Rolling Stones coming out. Then you got the Squashmallow stuff coming out. Then they supposed to work on the celebrity stuff, the whole pop, maybe their own version of Pop Century, this and this. I'm going like this. If they can figure out the Pop Century stuff or the celebrity stuff, whatever they want to do, I think this takes Panini to a whole nother level because because first of all, I know people gonna come in here and they're gonna
hold on.
Demographic.
Let me preach of just a cool conspiracy theory that would be super awesome.
We got tinfoil hats on. Tinfoil hat time.
I still need to make that damn prop. So long and short, how fucking epic of a comeback would it be if Leaf dropped Brian Gray and Panini's like down and out? Big Daddy Bry jumps in and goes, "Hey, you guys want to do this like Pop Century stuff in a real cool way? Let me show you where I had my hands tied over here. Let me show you some things that I was thinking about." Bro, that would be the most lit version of a Pop Century.
But
could you imagine the celebrity kabooms?
No, I can't. That's what I'm saying. Or the color blast of celebrities.
Auto, like crazy shit.
I'm thinking now I think the Rolling Stones is gonna be bigger than I think what people really think it's going to be. I think it's gonna be really huge.
I hope it is, man. I hope the Squashmallows like gets some good traction too. Because it kind of puts me in the mind of the Beanie Babies, and they had trading cards.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
They have really nice trading cards.
Okay, first off, put us on game because I'm totally oblivious.
Anyway, I didn't know that.
Yes, so they were like they were like action pack cards. Do you know action pack cards that kind of have like this? They're not smooth surfaces. They have like ridges, and they have like relief in the cards. Yeah, so action pack cards, they're a little thicker, but they have like, so you can feel the card. You can feel like the ridges in the card, feel the contours in the card. They're really nice.
Like the texture of a Pokemon card?
No, like the texture of an action pack card. Y'all don't know action pack? Am I dating myself?
Grandpa, what's an action pack card?
That was about to say. Tell us about the war.
No, man. Action pack was big in like late 80s, early 90s.
Did that come out of a pack of cigarettes, Grandpa?
Actually, man, you got it in a box of margarine, Jerry.
A box of what?
Margarine.
You know what margarine is? Yeah.
You best believe it's not butter.
Yo, shout out to the commercials.
But I'm gonna have to show y'all because I have some of these Beanie Baby
first
cards.
off, that's fire. I did not realize that. That's insane because
what is it? Series 1.
I just found a Series 1 right now, a hobby box for sale, sealed.
So catch this. Isn't there like a Wonder Bread that's a Mickey Mantle that's super crazy expensive too? Like it's stuff like that. I think when you're like, you could buy not butter and get cards.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Was
I'm
it
a
in the butter?
lunatic. First off, yes, you have to melt it down. It's like the rock thing that they've got for the kids now, where they chisel it out.
So you
Did I
remember
get a
that
diamond or did I
German?
get a gem?
It was that German card that had like core ball on it. It was like the first basketball they had, basketball without a backboard. But yeah, that
Yes,
came
I
in
remember that. That's
that came in
that came
us.
from butter.
Those came out of butter packs, out of margarine, Sanella margarine packs.
In the butter?
Yeah,
First off,
with
why
the
did you not
butter. I
tell
don't
me
know if it
this?
was
I
like
would have bought one.
With the butter and just held it?
But this was
First
like
off, no, just to have
1932,
that
man.
that Photoshop image of it in butter and a PSA
Yeah,
10.
Jeez.
yeah,
Oh well,
Tell me that wouldn't slap.
that would be crazy.
it'd be just like butter.
But I mean,
Like a
there's
hot
Babe
knife
Ruth
through
in that
butter,
set
it's a
too.
PSA 10.
Be nice to get that. Be nice to get that out of there.
Well,
But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to
that's
show
one
y'all
of the
some of those
cigarette-sized ones, though,
teeny baby
right?
cars. No, the
Or is that
Sanella
the full
ones
size?
not. Those were actually larger than standard trading card size.
Damn, I wonder what
Yeah,
they were paying for that amount of butter. I mean, in this economy today, what is that, like $25?
Well,
I mean,
that's
I
what I
know
was
it's not
saying.
real butter. No, it's margarine. It's $18.50.
Yeah, that's what I was saying was like
I'm teasing. It's $18.86.
yeah, I'm about to say that's when they was just making butter, just make butter. Like no short supply at all. They were
straight
just
up
making butter.
churn.
First off, shout out Amani's Google
Especially coconut
search.
butter.
What is it? The lady churning the butter for the memes.
Mm.
Yeah, having some good butter. I bet that would have been the lick back in the day, man.
Now
You
because
said that would have been the
Lick.
lick.
Right? Have the butter plug, man. Like,
I mean,
First off, was Diddy the butter plug?
it was definitely plug.
yeah, that was the word. That's the operative word.
And so
First off, hold
does
on.
this
No. Talking about plugs. Plugs lead to clots, right? What about Victor Wembanyama?
he'll be okay. See, I
I
think
think transition.
it was
Hold on, butt plugs to fucking Victor Wembanyama.
I think
I need to laugh on that one, y'all.
I think with that did we talk about that last week?
Victor's injury?
No, we didn't.
No, because I
No,
think
it
we
happened
recorded and it
afterwards.
happened
And
like
it
the
happened
next fucking
the
day.
game. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
That's
It was
right.
like one of those things. I woke up in the morning. I think you sent me a message and was like,
God, we didn't talk about
"Fuck,
it.
bro, we missed it."
But we do want to make a public statement that we buying out Victors. Drop them if you want to. We going fishing.
Hold on. I
I'm
want to go
shelving
on the
them.
record.
Definitely shelving them.
I had picked up a cool Victor Wembanyama, and somebody on the podcast, I'm not going to point any fingers. Somebody said, "Oh, that's such a long hold. You don't let go of that. He's not going to get hurt. He's not injury prone."
He's not.
And somebody else, I don't know who, said, "Nope. You got to take Marcus's advice and get up off that thing."
Dang.
And I sold it for a good price.
You still keep your Victors.
But on that one, a rookie to 99, I was like,
well,
it's
that's
unlicensed.
Yeah, I was supposed to say that's a little different because it's unlicensed.
Unlicensed, we'll get
You just gotta let it go. The unlicensed stuff. It just
the only
Which
one
is
I
actually
kept
crazy. Hold on.
is the
Which is
red.
crazy because the
That's
guy
it.
that I sold that to, I went and
Mhm.
looked on his eBay. He does not have that one relisted, but he has a lower numbered one or a higher number one relisted, and it's way more than what he bought mine for. And I was like, "Good luck, bro. He's hurt now."
No, he'll be.
He's gonna have to hold that one.
That's exactly what I said. I was like,
At this point, yeah. At this point,
just
I'm
hold
like, dog, you bought the 99 for less than that.
I mean, same kind of deal with Acuna, man. I shelved the ones that I had.
Sold it.
I picked up some that people were selling like stupidly cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Give me all your victors.
yeah, yep. In a couple more months, Sim Acuna is gonna be flying off the shelf.
Ooh, he comes back in May.
Yep.
Hey, okay, so that leads me to a good question to you, Yabo. For our audience, and this is actually for myself too, because I actually just submitted some baseball to be
Mhm.
graded. Um,
Mm.
shout out to our people coming over here from Japan taking over. I
Yeah.
may or may not have a orange to 50, I believe it was, Amani. Something like that.
Was it the 50?
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure it's the 50. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was the weirdo
It was a
because it was
Tops
Panini.
product.
No,
Panini.
it's Panini. Because if it
Panini
was
product.
Tops, it would have been to
Okay.
25. That's where it messed me up too.
Yep.
But so here's my question to you, Yabo.
Mm.
When is the time to sell that? Like, you're a baseball guy. Do you hold that? Like you said, you're saying, hold Ronald Acuna for a couple months. What's that time? What's that time frame?
Well, I was holding him because he got hurt, last season, and I was just waiting for his return. But generally, like once spring training hit, like
Okay, I was
which
gonna
is
say you go
now.
spring training, you go
Well,
beginning, like
yeah, I like to wait though a little while. Let ESPN sit in real good, showing a lot of home runs and
A lot of good
running around the
pitches and stuff.
bases slow. Yeah, kind of let it
so
marinate a
you just
little
let it cook, let it
early on.
marinate.
Yeah, but early on though, yeah, now it's gonna be the time. And the harder the season starts for a player, lucky you, sell that junk. If
So
that
so
ain't
did
your
so
PC,
so
sell it.
so Amani, didn't you say he's on the Orioles,
Mm-hmm.
the player? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on
Oh,
the Orioles and it's an orange. So it's
So
basically a color match.
I just think like
Even though it's not in the Orioles jersey, it's the Japanese jersey.
I just think that maybe it's going. See, hockey's different because hockey, you sell at the beginning of season, you sell at playoffs. That's it. In the
yeah.
middle is going to be really rough, and you can't really sell anything in the middle. Baseball, I believe, it goes high. I think it increases in value at the beginning. So it's a
And
steady.
everybody's hot, everybody's
Yes. So
prospecting
when it goes
toward
up,
being good. Yeah.
and then when it starts, it'll level off. Then you have
Yeah.
that height right there. So it'll carry itself the way all baseball season, and it'll just
Mhm.
stay like that. It won't go up or down. It'll stay like that.
Well, see,
Platinum,
there's so many games in baseball. That's the thing. Like, that's where
and
I
it's a
struggle as a collector because it's like football is week to week, bro. Like, it totally makes sense.
but see,
Like,
but you
like
gotta
dude's
understand that.
balling. His prices are red hot. Oh, hey, he broke his leg. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like, it makes so much more
you
sense.
make your money in baseball. Anything, yeah, that's with like anything you do, fantasy, you make your money in baseball. The thing about baseball is that they're not gonna put in the work. You have
Mhm.
to really you have to know and put in the work in baseball. That's what I'm saying. It levels out. So once it levels out, if your team didn't make it, that thing drops.
It dropped hard. If you're trending toward not making the playoffs, yeah, your joint is going down like
Yeah,
early,
yeah,
early, early.
yeah. But like I said, the thing, like people, even in the card game, can make that money in baseball done right. I mean, you can make a ton done right. But the problem with all y'all
I
out
mean,
here,
shout out Daddy Rips. I mean, that's the only reason why I have any baseball knowledge is him and Mike Giuseppe. Other than that, it's like Marcus is my phone a friend. I mean, I don't. I know my PC, which is one guy in baseball, but it's one set that I'm really hard after.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's just so many games, so many players, so many teams.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of baseball. Like I said, I opened up the Series 1 tops today, and I don't know what I didn't. Well, I know I didn't get no Otani, but every time I open up baseball, I just look for all Braves players. That's all I look for. You know, I got a couple judges.
He said he's still looking for Freddie Freeman, but hadn't seen that Braves jersey in a minute.
I know I'll be crying every time I
We
watch
still
the World
love you,
Series.
Freddie.
We still love you, Freddie. Shout out, Freddie.
Shout out! I sold a Freddie. I miss you too, homie.
It was asking, like I said, when we was at Collecticon, no, we was at Culture Collision. People was asking for Freddie.
Yeah,
asking for Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman still loved as a Brave. He always will be a Brave. Always. That was just a bad decision. That was bad communication on.
First off, it wasn't a bad decision because he got a World Series.
Yeah, but that could have been us.
First off, it was not going to be us. I'm glad it was him.
It was definitely going to be. If he would have stayed, that definitely would have been the Braves.
That was as close as the Braves were ever going to get, and they were.
Are you talking about? We won it the year before.
We
won it the year before.
We did.
What are you talking about? We won it the year before. We out here. We are a top team.
Yes, we did.
That's what I'm saying. We are a top
shout out,
team.
and not only did they do it, they also did it without Acuna.
We're top two. We're the top. We're top two teams in the league to win the World Series. Only problem is we got Otani in front of us. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. That's the only person we gotta be weary of. We ain't worried about no bets. Yankees finna fall off like crazy. I think
ain't worried about no bets.
We definitely ain't worried about no bets.
I'm talking about bets.
Oh, bet. Yeah, we ain't worried about bets either. Listen, the Yankees so trash now, and they so worried. They're telling people, "Oh, you can have a beer now. You can grow your beard out." That's how worried the Yankees are right now. We want y'all to be. They put out that statement. You can grow your beards out now because, as a tradition, you can't have your last name on your jersey, or you can't wear. You can't have a beard because what is it? Jordan Stein? What's his name? Steinbrenner. He thought for some reason,
Danny Steinbrenner.
Yeah, and he thought that when you come to work as a baseball player, you come, clean shaven. Of course, he's all in the whole like it's not your name on your back, it's the name on the front, blah blah blah. But let me tell you something, and I say this as a true Atlanta Braves fan. He gone. This is 2025. Grow up. So he gone. He been gone. Y'all still following that trend?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why y'all the laughing stocks. Y'all never win a World Series ever again.
I mean, they could say Trap on.
They could, but then they had to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. So,
do you do a backflip, belly flop?
No, I went head first, no
gainer.
Look. No look backwards.
Playing in the house.
Head first. But so, speaking about head first, at the beginning of this podcast, I had said that tag over PSA. I know some of y'all gonna look at me and listen to this and go, "You are outside your mind."
Now, what you talking about, Willis?
Here's the thing, right? Back in the 80s, early 90s, Beckett was that was the thing, right? Beckett was top dog industry. Nobody can touch him. People hated PSA. People hated grading. PSA. Da 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 da. It happens. PSA comes along. They know who to get. They are the industry number one. Period. Now we have a lot of
for the moment. Wait, for the moment.
I mean, they've been for a long time.
So hold on. You go back to the 90s, and people would have been talking shit and going, "Beckett will be forever. Beckett will be forever." Bro, he's got a magazine. What are you talking about? That's everybody's price guide. Nothing could change.
Yeah, no, I'm not reading that. And so they're still stuck in their ways. PSA has been running this thing for a while. They got their own magazine. It's not the same as Beckett magazine, but they have a magazine. They know how to tap in with the people right now. And they made themselves a very valuable asset to have. It's a PSA. It's a Rolex.
I would totally agree.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Whatever empire that happens, it needs to fall down. Whatever goes up must come down. Tinfoil hat on segment. All right, this is my segment. Is what Tag is doing. I think they finna skip all 3 powers and get to number 1. Why, you ask? Because I know people in comment ready to type, this guy's an idiot. I cannot believe this guy right here. Take him out to hobby. He's crazy. Listen.
Tell him, money.
And if you're typing this, I need you to do something. Go outside, take your shoes off, and touch grass. Okay?
What's grass?
Yeah. Just dig your feet into the grass. Feel the sensation that you haven't felt in a while. Okay? If you go and try to type that, what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying, right? So Tag got this.
You mean they shouldn't like lay down on their stomach, maybe find a hole? Might be more fun.
No, that'd be too much fun for them. Touch grass, just stick your feet in there and just grab it. Grab it with your toes. And so the thing with Tag is that they're coming out with a vending machine called the remote grading pods.
This is literally going to be industry breaking right here. This, and so we're shitty right now. We don't have the sound effects, but literally all the kaboom boom boom booms just went off. Like, this is big deal, big deal, big deal.
So I was talking to Love What You Collect. Shout out to Erica. And I was talking about, because she was trying to figure out kind of the next grading that she could do. So of course,
and let's kind of previously go over, what was it? CGC was her last brand. She really kind of said, "Hey, Die Hard."
Yeah, but then CGC with all this controversy and stuff, they finna go in the tank. Sold for them, and so
allegedly, I might know some people who have some big, really high-end CGC stuff. And even though it might be in a blue label when they graded harder and all that stuff, due to scandals,
it's over.
You could see people moving the things of the levels of like first edition Charizards, shinies.
I would.
Crystals are stuff like that. You just gotta swap it over to a PSA.
Yeah, just cards. Let's just it's only cards, not comics. I don't believe no comics, the VHS, anything that's going to be affected. Just the cards only. And then, so I'm very curious to see how the impact. Well, impact's not going to happen with that, but so you can still get your comics that greatest this, unless PSA start running specials. That's all I'm saying. I think PSA sees a weak thing in it, but
in comparison to Tag, I don't think the grading special matters.
No, it doesn't.
Now, and this is why I say the grading special isn't even a competition at all. You drop your price in half, it doesn't matter. I can send my price, or I can send my prized possession through a machine.
Oh yeah.
And I believe there's a person with the pod. So I believe there's a person with the pod, the vending machine, whatever you want to call it.
Remote. Yeah, hint the remote.
So I think the idea, you have something like a national, even smaller shows, whatever, pull up on a pod. Here's my Charizard. And they immediately can grade it because the machine is AI. Yeah. It'll tell you all the dents, all the dings, and give the grader on site, hey, I think this is a 97 of 100. And they look at it and go, yeah, no, this looks great. And they go, okay, this thing is deemed a 10 or a pristine 10 or whatever. And you still get all that 10-page report. You still get all the crazy stuff. And I think that at a show would blow out Beckett Raw card reviews.
So yeah.
And since Beckett's just flopping and not doing anything with that type of the market, why would you not take advantage and say, hey, I'm sending, Yabo out. He's got a machine. He's grading. Amani's out. He's grading. He has a machine. Jerry's out. And you've got all these extra people just working for you. Because if I'm at a show and I can pay $30 and on the spot, I've got a tag 10, whatever, right? It at least takes the question of quality out.
And let's make it a little clearer. Saying is that what Tag is doing with this vending machine, I believe, is not just this is what you could receive at a grade. No, they're actually grading the card in the machine, putting it all together in the machine. And we're talking about what? Maybe 5 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes? The grading per card?
Obviously, let's get realistic. There's still going to be a queue. There's still going to be whatever. But as far as in comparison to a Beckett Raw card review, let's say a Beckett Raw card review takes 5 minutes. This takes 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever the amount of time to scan the top, flip it, scan the back,
process, and then slap
process, print the label, and
less than a minute. If it's less than a minute, dude, I would listen.
That would be awesome, man.
I don't know
people just gotta get like into that mindset that we're going to start trading.
The TCG world has.
I think they have.
But the sports world has not. But this is the advantage. Right. They still are grading sports cards.
But see,
so
also,
what you can do. And shout out, Amani was the one who pointed this out to me. Shout out back in the old days of PWCC, because I'm an old timer and I'm a grandpa on my porch yelling. They had this wonderful thing called NBA. And Mike Baker Authentication, they did a thing where I had a raw card and it was not graded, but it was reviewed. They said, hey, you've got a chip. They even gave like a heat map. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, Amani was buying stuff hitting 10s.
Crazy.
So he tells me I buy stuff and I hit 10s. And I mean, basically, long and short, when this thing said, hey, this is an NBA, because it was numbered, right? Am I wrong, Amani? Or at least it said NBA Authentic, and then it had a hole punch through it, and then you could scan it, and it would show you the heat map.
Yeah, well, it was on PWCC. The heat map was,
and it was on
PWCC.
Yes, and it was the heat map was on PWCC.
Yeah, you see the heat map and everything. So that made it. So when I was searching on PWCC, I was searching for, NBA Gold or NBA Gold Auto or Gold out of 10 and Gold this and this. And the only thing I'm looking at the heat map. Heat map's good. I'm buying it. Boom, boom. And I was buying 20
and literally what we're talking about as far as the heat map.
How many cards did I have that was sitting graded?
No, man. I hated taking them out of those though. That was the worst part.
Yeah, first off, that was your fault, Amani. You had to take them out of those.
That was the only thing.
and so they were doing, which I thought was beautiful branding, is they would have card saver 1s or card saver 2s, and then they had a void sticker that was pressed over the top and the back, so you could not take the top out without cutting the card, right?
Yep.
Or you could cut the tip and maybe, but it was just not worth chancing.
No.
But it was a beautiful thing. I mean, it was a super beautiful thing. Shout out Fanatics Collect, bring it back. NBA is goats.
It's over.
Mike Baker's dope.
Now they got some horrible stuff on there, but that's another episode of that.
People who like Mike Baker like nice Rolexes, yachts, Porsches, crazy shit. Keep it up. Why are we letting it die?
But if you're telling me I can be at a car show and it takes less than a minute to grade a card.
Yeah, okay, but that does not necessarily it's not an instant you put a card into a vending machine and get something. It's still you probably have a 20-minute wait, right?
Do you?
Maybe.
I don't think
I
so.
would okay, so this is Jerry trying to assume
what
the worst.
what you said.
I'm trying to assume the worst and hope for the best. Right.
But what you said was that's all it is. If it's AI technology, it scans,
it
scans.
Well, I think the human has to flip it, but you know what I'm saying, like physically.
The human don't have no.
I think they do.
No, it's in there. It's
you gotta see the machine. I would like to know.
That's why it's
I would
remote.
like to know what the card goes.
Okay. I would like to see.
That's what I'm saying. I'm assuming that they're gonna put this in car shops.
Ooh, that's your car getting damaged though, man.
If that was the case, that would be just such an industry shaking. Because if this makes it to a card shop, makes it oh god, yeah.
You have to. That makes it better. It makes it in the mind and go, I can put high level cards in here. But every time, this is what Jerry says. It's like, yeah, they're good. You okay, all right, Tag, you're grading now. But are you grading the big stuff?
Yeah, you're not.
Because
I don't think you're walking up to a vending machine like this and
because the thing about
first edition Charizard.
No, that's what I'm saying. But see, the thing about CGC was when that mantle, when 52 mantle got graded by them, like at a 10 or a 9, it's the highest paid card ever. That looks good. PSA took a hit.
Yeah,
because they're not grading these vintage cards, which are valued way more than what PSA doing. This is what they're known for, the vintage high level cards. So the top 3, 4, 5 cards ever expensive in the world are like CGC cards. That's the thing that you have to look at PSA going, okay, you're not good at vintage. You take long to grade. You can't be trusted. People are taking risks with PSA because it's a value thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. It's just got value on it. Tag is like, we've got to take that value away. Once we take that value away with these grading pods, that's how, because Jerry always talks about how you fill it up showcases. CGC was when we discussed this a year ago, it was, can CGC fill up showcases?
They were grading so much. It was just showcases full of CGC.
That's what CGC does. We was like, yo, we're gonna grade this stuff.
But it was non-sports though.
It was you can do non-sports, but the thing was, it took a week to get the card back. PSA, it takes 5 years. So it's like we're not just grading a bunch of cards. We're grading, and it was $12. Like I said, they're finna do when probably what they probably doing another special because the Topps is out now. $12 specials or $9 specials. Just send it all in, out, whatever. Tag is gonna do the same thing. $30. What? Say if it's $20 to get your thing graded, insured. So if anything happens, we'll insure it.
Hold on. Let's get it clear. For $20, they are not insuring anything over $500. There's no way. But I guarantee you put the $100 bill in, and we'll grade that $1,000 card because we
and then no upcharge too.
No upcharge because we charged you up on the front. You know what I'm saying?
There's no upcharge. Just stick the 20 in there. Dude, it's the same. How much? I don't think when you go to National and when we went to Fanatic Fest, we just spent $100 with them just on personal. There was $40 cards, and they took. Listen, the $40 card. It took an hour to make. That's with a human hand. An hour to make a personal card of Tag. Now, of course, they're not grading it. They're not doing. They're just putting together this NIS. But what's the cost of?
Well, that was the AI. They were printing the card out. They were cutting the card. They were doing a lot more steps than we're just grading.
But it's still the human doing the cutting and everything. We ain't got to cut. We ain't got to do none of that. You stick your card in there. It handles it. It's got to handle it with care.
I need to know.
Listen, what about if they just get a board? You put it. Okay, so say if this is assuming I want people in the whatever. What y'all gonna do it anyway? Do what you want to do. And they put the card. Say you put the card on a like a little plate. Okay, and what about if it was see through?
Yeah.
What about you can see the process happen? So now you getting a product and a show with entertainment. Right. Because now you can see if they get it, maybe they flip it, they flip it to one pad to another.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they do. It's just laying flat.
That machine better not ding a corner.
Listen, PSA dings corners, and we back using them.
They do.
We back using them. It's the McDonald's effect with PSA. McDonald's can mess up any order. I mean, like you order the pancakes there, and they give you a sausage biscuit in the pancake thing. You going back next day going, well, let me see if I'm gonna get this. Let me get a quarter pounder. Because like I said, I think in the mindset, like you ain't doing that with Burger King. Burger King messes your Whopper up. You're not going there for 3 years. Playing the whole time. Then you might take the. I'm not listen. McDonald's messed up so much stuff. All my stuff. I never took nothing back. I just like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Burger King. I walked up in there. Well, I cannot believe what the manager.
Let me talk to the manager.
Let me talk to somebody. I never did that at McDonald's. I just left. I just left, and I still got the app on my phone. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But that's what PSA. Like I said, if we complain with PSA, if we just get somebody, like I said, my whole thing with Tag was the AI stuff. I didn't believe people wanted a perfect card. I don't care what nobody says. You don't want a perfect card. You want a PSA 10. Period. I don't care.
Hold on. You think you want a PSA 10?
No, I want a PSA 10.
Right now, you want a PSA 10. Hold on.
Here we go. I know what he's going to say.
If it's 1999, we're all the same age. You want the Beckett 9.5. Right now, it's 2025. You want the PSA 10.
Yes.
Who says that it's not, 10 years from now, less, more, whatever? Oh, no, I want the Tag 10.
Yeah.
I want the whatever. Or, it could repeat and go, hey, what? No, I just want the Beckett Black Label. Like, you never know. So that's why I'm always talking about buy the card, not the grade.
Yeah. But their quality, they going to
stand.
Their quality is going to.
True. But here's the thing. Hold on. How many times have you guys seen somebody pass something up because they go, that's a cool PMG you got, Amani, but it's a PSA 6 or it's a PSA 7, right? Or whatever, right? And they pass it up and they go, who's to say not in 30 years, nobody cares about who graded it. You've got the damn card. The card's safe.
I think
crack it out.
I think if that is true if you can take down PSA.
True.
If you can take down PSA, then that I don't care who grades. Well, besides like HGA, but other than that,
that's as long as you're buying from a company that you would feel comfortable to send a $100 bill to, and them not do something wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big start. And then second off, brand is everything. Brand is fucking everything. That's
what I'm saying.
Everything.
The quality, the quality ain't good, man. There will be no brand.
But that's what.
Hold on. It literally. I'm wearing a watch that's stainless steel, has a nice sapphire lens. It's got all the stuff that you want, but because it says Seiko, it's one price. If it had a fucking crown and said the word Rolex, it would be significantly more, and it would be the exact same materials for the most part. Now, obviously, the movement would be different, right? But outside of that, and obviously, that's the engine of the watch, so that's what you care about. But as far as raw materials, like, I'm there. You know what I mean? But because it's not the brand, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
but they got something totally different from anybody else, though. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else like you can put your card in there and get a graded slab card out in 15 minutes. So that's why they got to come correct with this, dude. They could be the best thing in the card industry for the next 5 decades if they
And
don't damage cards every week.
but see, I think they need to roll this out this year, like in a couple months, because if PSA does this,
Bro, first off, shout out Poke Collect. They need to roll this out next week so I can start playing with it.
Listen,
Tag, if you're listening, go ahead, send it to Huntsville. First off, one of the biggest Pokemon Whatnot sellers on Whatnot is literally within driving distance of me and Amani.
yeah.
Please tag grading, please. We know you listen.
And then, like I said, I'm gonna
send them a pod.
I'm sending them, and I want to send tag. I got 2 cards to send tag, so we're doing a little experiment also, and I'm gonna send that through there. And I just want to see what the process is, how it look. I mean, just what overall.
So it's funny because Amani was telling me that he wanted to submit with tag. And one of the things that I think CGC holds value in, as far in the card world right now, is the error cards, right? I'm really kind of curious to see what happens if I send an error card to tag. Because first off, does it designate the error, or does it just go, hey, this is a 3, right? But then the reason why I bring this up is because Amani was telling me he wanted to grade with tag. And so I said, hey, I need to send something as well. So I picked up this error card right here.
Look at that, Yeva. So for our audience,
for our audio listeners, this is a twisted page error. So if you just imagine an uncut sheet that got twisted catty corner, and then the press went down as if everything was perfect, and long and short, I've got 4 cards on one card. And so I'm kind of curious of how tag would grade something like this. But also, shout out, I did pick this specific one up because if you look at the attack on the top Pokemon, it says spin turn, and the card is a spin or twisted error. You see where it says spin turn?
Is it a known error?
For 10? Well, yes. With this set, this is the Pokemon. First off, shout out. This is the Pokemon Trick or Trade. This was the real cheap stuff that everybody was kind of discounting and not interested in. So this was one of those things where people are actually completing sets of this set, which it's not a very big set. I think it's 196 or 193 cards. So it's not really that big of a set. But they're completing the set in complete errors like this. So how cool is that? But anyways, I want to see how tag grading is going to grade that.
Yeah, I think with like known error cards, like Frank Thomas, no name on front, just from a sports perspective, there are a lot of them that are, every grading company grades. But then, like Steve Nash, Curry on front, Steve Nash on back, Prism.
Did that? Okay, did they end up grade that?
No, I ain't know.
Oh yeah, okay, because that was. I had sent those. That's right. Because I had some of those same error cards.
Right. So some of the more known ones probably won't be an issue.
But see, also, this is what I'm seeing also, and I kind of hinted this.
Well, see, okay, so this is why I want to say this with the card that I just recently brought up, is I don't want to completely shit on CGC, because in the world of error cards, if tag doesn't start doing it, they're the only one who will designate and go, hey, this is an error card. And that holds value.
Is that why they just got in? Is that kind of the reason why they kind of got in trouble? Because they're the only ones that just. But
they were the only one who took a chance on it.
Oh, but they just did not do their homework on this.
And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
And as far as the scandal goes on that CGC stuff, I don't know who is on their team.
Mm.
If you are looking to hire, my name is Jerry Petrie. I am currently looking for employment. So if you want to be a full-time, reliable thing, I can help you plan that out because who the hell goes? Because through my whole childhood, there was not one talk of any of those cards. There was no picture of any of those cards ever, 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 ever. And the moment they came up, I'm sitting there going,
What is this?
fam, what is this? Like, Amani was in Books A Million with me. You know what I'm saying? Like as kids, like
Shout out to the Fountain Mall. Yeah,
bro, that was with the Ronald McDonald on the bench.
Yeah.
You could go sit with Ronald, and he had his arm out like that.
Mm.
But
Put your
yeah.
hand in my
So I don't want to
pocket.
completely shit on CGC. They do help out in the error card, but you gotta have somebody who used to work for the FBI, CIA, something to go. Okay, scan this shit. Is this old? We don't know.
So also, when speaking about tag and PSA, this is also what I've been seeing. Also, is people like to post these pictures on how the same card, one in tag, one in PSA, tag sold more out of the 10 or out of like a tag 10 than a PSA 10. Okay, you see that. The thing that caught my eye is now when you're grading with tag, they're counting that as basically the new pop count. It's like, although the one at PSA has 100 pop on it, the one at tag only has 6.
Amani, everybody does that. It's the same thing Beckett does. What are we surprised about? Okay, so yes, the true answer is there needs to be a universal pop count. But not every grader is equal. You couldn't call a Rolex pristine similar to, a Casio. Like, we're not going to call an HGA 10 equivalent to a PSA 10 in any world.
But the thing is now, is that counting for the value of the card? If I have a pop 1 and a tag, that's more valuable than a PSA 10 with a pop 50. That's the thing.
Well, okay, so this is for individuals to use critical thinking, and in a world where we are lacking a lot of critical thinking, I think the hobby is super unique. And shout out to our visual listeners or our visual watchers who got to see Namani sneeze, and he's frozen up in a great spot. But yeah, they definitely need to run a universal pop. God, that face. This is actually going to be the thumbnail. For anybody who has stuck with us this long, if you are audio only, you really need to come to this section and look at Amani's face. This is wonderful. I'm going to do him a favor and remove him until he comes back. But Marcus, what are your thoughts on like a universal pop count? Like, do you think that would benefit the hobby? Do you think that would hurt the hobby? Kind of give me a little brief thought.
Who do you include in the universe?
Well, see, even with that, you'd then have to, at that point, create a tier system and go, we don't even really count you unless you're these tier levels.
Well, I mean, the top tier is going to be PSA, SGC, Beckett, right?
Yeah.
I mean, would you throw CGC into that category?
I mean,
Would
like
you
I said,
throw tag into that category?
That's where you get that B, C, D kind of categories of interest, and like hey, this is a PSA, so this is top of the chart. This is SGC, so he's middle, but I don't know.
If the grading standards were like, the same across companies, it would be a whole lot easier for you to be able to like, prove out your point.
Well, and
But
I think that
that's
would
gonna be
get to
tough.
where a point where people are going to do what they're doing now, where it's like, hey, I got this PSA 7, let me crack it, send it to BGS. Did it get a BGS 7 or did it get a BGS 9?
But I don't think I want a universal like grading population count because all these jokers don't have like the same standards, man.
Yeah, that's
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 all.
that's the fact. I mean, honestly,
That's
they don't
all.
have the same standards. They don't have the same quality. I'm never going to hold somebody's HGA 10 and go, man, this custom label looks so good, Amani. I'm actually going to pay twice what a PSA 10 is. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I just like how like I said, that's just the value of it right now. Is with the pop, the tag. So we'll see. We'll just see on
man.
that.
As they build their population and get more feedback on, how their system actually works.
So with this weekend, last weekend had the Tops Rip Night.
Yeah.
I felt like the shops that did it,
Rip it real good.
I felt like they did pretty good on it. I went to CS, right? I think it's CCS in Atlanta. Card HQ.
Snow Mountain.
Which I was late. I was like super late to that. But shout out to Dr. Collector before I met him over there. So we chatted up and everything. So I mean, like I said, that's just another thing just to build a hobby up with Topps Rip Night.
I mean,
so give us some details of Topps
of
Topps Rip Night. What makes it different?
You just pack out a whole bunch of shops, right?
That's it. At once.
Right. Like it's packed.
And if I'm not mistaken, from what the pictures I saw at Car Collectors 2, either he had a tent or he was at a different location. So because the whole thing,
that's for the parking lot.
But see,
no. That's for his parking lot on the side. Yeah,
I know, but it didn't look like a tent. I just saw the inside of it, and I was like, "This ain't no tent." It looked like
that's like what they have for like the fair and shit.
A tent.
Whatever.
You build it up. You have poles and you have a sheet over it. That's a tent. You put
what was this at?
Tent at Car Collector 2. Like I said, from the inside, like I only saw like the inside of it, but I'm like, it looked like a kind of like a different location. But I mean, that thing was packed.
No, he couldn't have it at his store, at his shop.
No, but like I said, I looked at it.
He got too many followers.
Yeah, he looked. I mean, it just looked like he was in a different location. Like it didn't look like a like a tent. Like it looked like he was at like some kind of event center, which I think. If you're a car, which I thought that was genius. I don't know. I don't think the video's out for that yet. But just think of like having a Topps Rip Night. If you're a small shop like Car Collector 2 is,
yeah,
which is small in stature and size,
right?
Dude, have the top have an event center. Can you imagine, Jerry?
So I think the advantage with the Topps Rip Night is really them bringing the athletes and the celebrities.
Yes.
I mean, first off, let's just state there is not a world where bringing people to a hobby shop is ever going to be a bad thing in my book. That's 100% a positive thing. Every video I've seen, like, okay, first off, shout out. Like, I know a lot of people give Michael Rubin a bunch of hate, but that video where he's got the little kid and he like picks him up and brings him over and goes, okay, let's bring you over to trade. And the kid's just like, and it's so funny because it's like right next to a giant football player. So it's like, y'all trade with you.
Yeah, we never
but
had
it's
that.
Like, that's exactly. We have never had that. That is how you make this hobby grow. That is how you create longevity. That child, who's a child right now in 2025, will be an 80-year-old man and remember that.
Okay, timeout. The demographic that literally you should hit if you are Michael Rubin is between that 13 to 22. Because
and all them kids know about kabooms. They know all about National Treasures. They know all about Top Series 1. They know. Listen, I shout out to the Scottsboro Show. I actually saw a girl that I used to work with. Shout out when I was paying off all my debt. I worked at a restaurant and she's married to a really nice guy. She's a really great girl. But she's married to a nice guy and he's doing cards. And literally, it was so funny because I hadn't seen her since the restaurant. And she goes, "You do this too?" And it's like, yeah. And her husband's like, "I'm just nothing but Pokemon." You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's super cool. And she's around that 22 to 25, and her husband looked about as young as her. So I feel like they know that demographic is completely aware. Like Ruben's killing it.
You have to, because that's always the drop off year. That was for me. And every time you talk to people, it's always like right before you go to high school or in high school, you just kind of, and then you get older, you get out of high school, then you do stuff, you just work in this position, you don't really got time for it. So now you got time for it. But then also they had these little kids excited to go to a car shop and meet Jalen Daniels, like to meet, wrestling, the Miz and stuff like that. I mean, that's a huge. That's a good visual of what's going on. And then I think what Cars Collector 2, it's like now you grow it into like an event center. Like imagine if
he has a following though too, man. He can get them in there.
Yeah,
there ain't gonna be no problem where whatever event center he gets.
Yeah, but that's also like with from Detroit. Who's from Detroit? Santiago Sports. He has a huge following too. It's like, either you having a car shop or it's gonna outgrow. It's gonna be like, yo, we gotta go to an event center. Just I wish. Just imagine top.
And first, hold on. First off, this is just shitting on everybody who's screaming the hobby's dying. I just want everybody. Every time I hear somebody go, "The hobby, it's dying," whoa, and then you see stuff like
hear
this.
That a lot. Yeah. Don't hear it as much.
I hear it every day.
I used to hear it a lot.
I hear every day. Every day, people. Oh, this is why the market's dying. Oh, this. Yeah. And it's quite literally the stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's videos from like the 80s where these guys are at card shows and they're like, I got a 52 mantle for $12,000 and it was a great deal. And you're just like, dude, that's a fucking smoking deal. That's great. I'll pay you twice that right now.
Right now. We're not going back in time.
Fucking what? Yeah, so, I feel like the more kids, the better, bro. Listen, this is why every kid that comes to our and this is why we initially all got along so well, is because we all treated people in pretty much the exact same manner.
Yep.
You've got a grown man who walks across your table, grown woman, you treat them the same way as a little boy, little girl. And there's not always vendors that do that. And so if you're listening to this and you're thinking about being a vendor, that's one of those things. Treat the kids nice. Show them comps. Say, hey, bro, you want 100? The last one did 75. I can't pay you 100. Now a kid out of me, they're probably going to get $70. You know what I'm saying? I'll coin flip you 70 or 75. What are we doing?
That's all you gotta do. Teach them how to collect.
Yep.
And then teach them the business.
Now, shout out. that's where I think Pokemon is dominating the hobby. It is bringing back set collectors. That is
Well,
the one thing I think that
I mean,
Ruben
everywhere.
could work on is if there's a way we can build set collectors again in sports, I think it'll always be good.
I think
It's
baseball
massive in
has.
Pokemon.
I think baseball. Well, so I'm looking at. I'm part of one of the biggest WNBA groups on Facebook, card wise. There's a lot of set collectors in there. A lot of set collectors.
There are a lot more baseball, I would
Yeah. Oh,
say,
yeah. Yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah,
but
that's okay. So that's what I'm saying.
it'll be
Primarily, when I
better in the
think set
hobby though.
collectors, it's always baseball,
But it'd be
right?
better in the hobby though if they like if Ruben wants to make it better, they would like incentivize like actually
So here's the $1 million idea. Hold on.
Mm.
Here's the $1 million idea. And shout out, I did originally hear this idea from another breaker, and if I can remember his name, I'll clip him in here. But basically, what he was saying is what Top should do in this scenario is when you return us a set, you get a super rare card. And of that super
Right.
rare card, you don't know what, if you're going to get the 10, if you're going to get a base or whatever.
Right.
But the only way you could do that is from this time frame to this time frame, you send us a full set.
Yeah, you get some incentive, man. Of course, folks
Wow.
are like,
Yeah, it'd be like that one card. Like it's a set collector's card that you get.
Okay, that would automatically give value to all those 50-cent dollar cards. Everything that you just you have, Marcus has, I have, we've been giving away to people. Kids come by. We often always, you give them base cards. Hey, you like the Mets? Here's this guy. Here's this
If
guy.
you complete a rainbow or some kind of.
So that's where I was just about to further. You read my mind. That's where I was just about to further. This is not what the guy said. This is kind of, I believe Amani had brought this up first, but when we were talking before we recorded, but building something like a rainbow. If you've got the complete rainbow of a certain individual, you get a different 101. Now, I don't know if you would have them submit it or just prove they have it, but either way, it would.
Oh, you do how the buyback does. Take it to the car shop. Take it to a licensed Tops that either they do the buyback or they
because that's gonna bite us in the ass because we've got only one of those within driving distance.
Well,
it's one of the many. Tag is gonna put out like at least like 100 per state of these new like systems. You just take it there, verify it through the tag system.
Is that what it says?
I'm being facetious, Jared.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful.
That would be
dope, though.
First off,
like you can take it.
Hold on. Do you
tag
realize?
Be the scanning company.
No. Do you realize what that would do to the market? If you had 100
doing
in
right
each
now.
state, yeah. If you had basically all that is one in so many GameStops in each state.
Yeah.
This is the Midwest. Like I said, you go to a town that has
that ain't hard to fathom.
No,
man.
That's what I'm saying.
Fathom, I don't think.
I think it's the same thing if like how GameStop is. You want to grade it? You go to a car shop that doesn't grade. Hey, yeah, just stick the machine right there and let it do it work. And 1 minute later, boom. I think realistically, it has to be like 5 minutes because, like I said, you're not handling it as a human there. It just has, it will contact somebody when they have an error or if it needs approval on this, and this. But other than that, less than a minute. Flip, you just flip, process 30 seconds, bam.
But it either has to be like the clearest of clear penny sleeves, or I don't want my car like going through like no machine of rollers like a Fujitsu. I don't run my cars through my Fujitsu like raw. Ugh.
Yeah, but if it gives it value, I'll roll it through there.
Well, okay, let's get real,
You can
guys.
damage it though, man. I'm scared
Hold
to
on,
damage
hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on,
You know
hold
what I'm
on.
saying?
Full
Jared,
tinfoil
you ever
hat.
damaged the card on
Hold
your
on. Listen
rollers?
to me. Hold on.
For real.
If
It sucks.
if we have the ability to freaking AI grade, you don't think we've thought ahead enough to go, it takes this much surface pressure to fuck your card up? So let's do half that amount.
I mean, that's what the AI is for.
Well,
The AI is going to know when not to. The AI is going
That's
to
what costs so
know
much. That's why they won't have 100 in each state.
because the
well,
AI.
no, they've already developed the AI. That's the expensive part's already past that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it
they've
just
already
learns.
built that, and it continues to learn.
Yeah, it just continues to learn.
No, I'm talking about the equipment.
Oh no, that shit's
That's
cheap. That shit's cheap.
that's
It's a
that's
scanner.
that's the tough part though. To match that equipment with what your
I think,
specs are.
like I said, I think you take it out, you put it on a little tray. The tray goes in there, it scans the first part of it. Okay, that's good. It flips it over onto another tray. It scans that part on it. Once it gets to okay, I think it flips it back into the grading thing, and it just seals it. Boom, you got your grading. Here you go.
There's I would love. I mean, I don't want to sit here and speculate on how the machine works. I just want to know how it works in the end. Prove it to an engineer that you won't mess my card up. Prove that to me.
Hold on.
Appreciate it.
Whoa. First off, getting engineering and nerdy with you. Ladder logic. You can literally teach a robot to pick a car up and paint it perfectly and stop right before it's supposed to. Yeah, and like just up to the centimeter. You can teach it, don't squeeze this hard. It is not that hard. I mean,
up to a centimeter is a whole lot less expensive than up to a millimeter.
100%. 100%.
So that's all I'm saying, Jared.
Yes. Up to a millimeter, I would totally agree. It is.
And when you're talking about centering and tipped edges, that's a whole lot
but
less than a millimeter.
yeah,
That's
but
what
it's
I'm
not that
saying. It's
hard though.
tough
I
to.
mean, listen, when you're working with a lens like that, because a lot of the engineering firms are doing stuff where they're sending off their GoPros and they're having them rebuilt to shoot infrared, thermal, all that, right? Modern cameras are way more powerful than we give them credit for. I don't think it really requires that expensive of technology. And I mean, you could really go as far to probably repurpose something. I'm not saying it's got a GoPro in there, but you know what I mean? Like, we could probably buy something that's off the shelf, refit it a little bit, and we got that ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Got that ooh-wee. Because,
in
the medical world.
I love y'all's optimism.
Well, okay, in the medical world, I
this
mean,
is
that's
the future.
Well,
it
no.
is, man, but it's not that. It's to be so accurate.
Yes,
it's not that easy, and it's not that expensive. It's
but
not that.
that's what they're doing now.
Well, that's the beautiful thing with AI. You can compile a lot of data and just plow through it and go, okay, tip edge, stitch edge, and it just
hold on,
dude. ChatGPT is just
first of all
a different level.
First of all, Microsoft just made their quantum computer.
First off, Microsoft discovered a different state of matter, is also what they said, and then they said nothing
I
else.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So
yeah. Oh, by the way, you guys just thought it was solid gases,
no
liquids. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we found some new stuff. Oh, y'all thought plasma was cool? Nah, check this shit out.
So this is what I'm saying. This is where we're going to.
I don't doubt that at all. I would love to see how it works.
Oh, I think we definitely finna see in a couple of months.
I love to see how it works. I don't doubt that it can like detect. But if you're trying to do the same like accuracy that a medical doctor can do from his how they're doing like surgeries, remote surgeries or something like that. If we trying to be that accurate for them not to like damage a card, like how easy it is to damage a card.
Yeah, but then we also know how easy it's not to damage a card.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Ain't like these robots it's gonna go pick it up and have fingerprints.
That's gonna be the better part of it. No fingerprints.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's going to, like I said, once it checks it, it's gonna, like I said, this is the questions that they're
I'm just
asking.
really curious. I'm really curious on how that works. I would love to be able to use that thing every day. Because if they have it in a GameStop and you could go in there and get a slab in 5 minutes,
GameStop
or in
PSA,
a kiosk in a mall or something like
yeah.
that. Man, come on.
Or get at a car shop. You can't, like I said, if like I said, say if Champs just put that, well, yeah, I said if Champs put that in his shop, I mean,
Yeah.
I think
just said people don't just have concerns though, just in general,
I mean, of course, people have concerns with AI anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole thing, is that the people, it's always change. They get weary on change.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the whole thing now, is that I think with it, like I said, look, we about to have the 1 year anniversary tomorrow, right? Thursday.
Yeah.
Jerry, was we not? Do we had a segment on this podcast trying to find the tag slab?
We literally so part of that was just so many people were promoting it before it was actually there,
right?
Where's my tag slab?
Which I didn't actually love.
Yeah,
but actually getting into it, seeing the premise, seeing the product, feeling it, it's one of those things. It's lit. First off, I love my custom. The custom tag slab is by far
it was a genius
one of those
move.
things. Well, here's the other thing.
It does look good.
As a vendor, hold on. As a vendor, throwing the tag slab right next to my PSA slab, and them seeing my face on both of them, it makes people stop and go, wait, why do you have a PSA slab? Yeah, why do you have a PSA slab? Why do you have a tag slab? Come on, pull up on me.
So, I think that's going to be, I think it'll be very interesting in the move. I think you have to, this is the thing, right? To take down the monster, you have to have a different weapon than everybody else before it. Because if you do the same thing that HGA does, if you do the same thing that all these other ones that did not survive do, and you see what Beck is doing right now, if you have to have something to go, we cannot follow the same trail. We got to find a different route. We had to build our own road just to get to where he's at. And this right here, I think this right here is going to be the biggest game change of, like, it's just, I can't think of another situation where that maybe, okay, I would say this. The biggest game change since making number cards. Because at first it was going, the whole, it was no number cards. Now,
like serial number,
that's out of 200, out of 100, all that stuff. This is a game change. But now, if they implement this now and let it roll into, when PSA try to copy it, it'd be too late.
Is this the same company that Master P was pushing back in?
I need to do I've been thinking about that the whole time I'm doing this podcast.
I don't know if that's
because he was all AI.
Right.
Yes.
This was 3 years ago.
Now,
so I don't think that was the AI.
I'm very curious if they just bought.
There's another brand that also did something.
It's not the same brand. Okay,
it's not the same brand. No, I know.
Did they acquire them?
See, that's what I need to see.
Maybe.
That's why I need to see it. Because like I said, when only thing I was skeptical about tag was, like I said, are they so accurate that people don't want to use them? Because it's like, it's still going. I got cars I send in and go, I hope that guy don't see tonight. Who's grading my cars? Hope he's blind in the right eye. You know, is that we sending cars knowing that we're taking a gamble on it, going, let's see if they notice this.
Right.
With this AI system, they noticing everything. And my whole thing was, hey, do people want this? And I think apparently they do. But also with the whole with the whole scandal situation, I still believe like that's a major hit that Tag saw and going, okay, we finna at least take over. We finna at least top them up. Then they go on, yo, we should have vending machines that grade.
If it sells as good or resells as good as PSA, then yeah, folks are gonna be on it. But if it's just like, I mean,
first step, you need to be in cases. Number one.
I mean, but the case looks better than SGC. Would you say it looks better than SGC, or it just looks more alike PSA?
I think definitely PSA got that image. I don't know if it's better than. I don't know, because I don't read it. Jerry, what do you think? Tag class better than SGC? I mean, I think people got to get used to the.
So
Just
as far as okay. Yes and no. Mm-hmm. Yes, in the sense I do like the plastic. It feels more premium. Sounds stupid.
It holds. It holds good.
It has a great premium feel. I like how crystal clear it is. I mean, it's almost freaky how clear it is.
You think it concentrates more on the card because of that? Like, we're going to give, because, it's always been known that the Lakers, the thing that Jerry Buss made it a thing of, that the whole audience is in a dark room and the centerpiece is the people on the floor. So the brighter lights are on the floor. So Tag goes, we're going to have everything clear because we don't focus on the card itself. No other distractions.
Perhaps. I mean, it does look good. It looks crisp.
Thank you for anything.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tag.
They've got like the correct weight. I know that sounds silly too, but going back to the Rolex thing, right? Guys kind of are willing to pay a premium when they pick it up and they go, it's got the right heft to it. It's not too much, but it's not too little. It feels expensive.
Yeah.
That's
like my
it's got a premium feel. Because for instance, you go to some of these stores and you're getting a freaking electric screwdriver and you get the cheap $40 version and you go, hey, it's good enough. It's good enough. I didn't want the $120 Ryobi, bro. And that thing's and just doo-doo. But then you pick up the Ryobi or whatever and it's just, it's a hot knife through butter. Just beep. It's just beautiful.
When I say this, when American Express sent me the metal card, when they told me about it, I go, nah, this. I was like, why do I want this, right? And they shipped it to me. I love dropping that thing on the table. I ain't gonna lie. The weight of it is like, it's the same exact card that I had. But yeah, you're right, because the weight of it is like, this. It feels important. Yeah.
So when you hold an SGC slab, it feels light. Like it's like it almost, which I would need to get access to a scale that would weigh something that little, but I would be curious of what the weight is between an SGC and a PSA, because I feel like the PSA,
I got a food scale. I could definitely do that.
Yeah, I'm curious because it holds better.
I mean, I think that's why Beckett. That's why I've said it before. That's why I love Beckett because the way it feels.
Oh, it's got the good premium feel. It's the
Mhm.
thickness. First off, with Beckett, getting back to the plastic, it's I would say probably the second or third best plastic in my opinion of just feel.
Yep.
And I'm a guy who plays disc golf, and so in the world of disc golf, you have so many different types of plastic, and you can kind of like feel the grit and like it flies different, has different curve. But yeah, some of the plastics just feel like shitty and cheap. But yeah, the Beckett plastic's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I love the Beckett plastic. So, yeah, I think we did good on that one. Unless we were talking about Victor's jersey.
I'll long and short it. Victor Wembanyama traded a kid a jersey, signed it. The jersey got sold. Everybody was upset. Everybody who was upset, in my book, you can be a crybaby because what was it, $72,000?
Yeah, we buy the premium.
You know, $72,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's your kid having a jersey or your kid having a nicer home and college fund, you know, touch grass. The guy did good. Long and short, that's the whole Victor Wembanyama jersey debacle.
Yeah. And also we're going the Caitlin Clark Black Gold Beckett 9.5 Prism is up at Golden right now. So
shout out Roth.
Yeah, for pulling that.
Mm-hmm.
Great story behind that one.
Hold on. Pulled it at a show, graded it at a rare fucking event that fucking BGS was at. BGS.
Do you know
I don't know what
okay, so the story is
no. I do know the story. Yeah, hit us up.
So the story was he now he doesn't rip. I say that. But he had a WNBA Prism. Cracked it open. He had the purple. Caitlin Clark. Sold the purple. He was like, yo, we're gonna rip another one. I believe he got the orange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then like some other stuff. Like he has some other heat, but that, of course, that's the fire heat with Caitlin. And in the video, he goes, "Look, when you hot, you hot. Keep it going. It won't matter." Went back to the table.
And no. Hold on. And everything in your brain at this point in the video goes, "This is the part where they lose all their money."
Yeah, because I think they've done it. Matter of fact, they bought two.
No, keep going. Come on.
Yeah, so they bought two of them, and then they ripping, and then bam, Caitlin Clark, black gold out of 5. They got. Sent to they was at the West Coast Car Show, so Beckett's their grading on site 9.5.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna see where that goes. It's all golden right now, so we'll see where that goes. And matter of fact, yeah, on Thursday it ends. So yeah, but
those some good ones.
Like I said, we got the birthday show on
come
Thursday.
to our fucking birthday party. Pull up on us.
Yeah, come on. We're gonna be just live.
And also, if you are physically within 6,000 miles of Alabama, just
6,000 miles.
Okay, my bad. 10,000 miles. Pull up on us.
That's like case hit.
Yeah. Case hit. Come on.
6,000 packs. Yes.
So, yeah, like I said, also, yeah, we're gonna be at the Huntsville show this Saturday. Come on, it's gonna be a movie, and like I said, but Friday flips also. So we on this Friday Jared Petrie show Thursday. We'll see that, and like I said, follow us on all platforms.
This Friday night flips coming up. I've got some spicy stuff coming up.
I got some. Yeah, I got some too.
I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am. What did our last one come out to? 12, 15 minutes? We're talking bite-sized segments.
It's bite-sized stuff. Yeah, it's not like an hour-long show. These are under 30-minute shows. They're about 20. I can't under 20
Bro,
minutes.
I think our last one was what, 17?
Yeah, that's it.
And
the
we
first
were
one was about 20,
bullshitting for
Yeah.
a good portion. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, so like I said, Friday Night Flips every Friday. We'll try to get around like 5, 6 o'clock at night. It's kind of the late one, goes into Saturday. Like I said, also Monday Vibes, you in the DC area, March 16th. Really that Saturday night. The race for Melbourne, Australia is going to be like on Central Time is going to be 12 o'clock midnight. And we're doing a watch party at the F1 arcade in Washington, D.C. That's just going to be lit. So if anybody want to stay up in D.C. With us and just ride a simulator and stuff, let us know. But other than that, that's coming also. And like I said, just follow us everywhere. YouTube, Instagram. We got Twitch. All that.
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Red
MySpace.
Note,
MySpace.
Also, first off, if you're not on our MySpace top 8, you're not really our true best friends.
Also, that is definitely true. Also, watch out for Jerry. We got an announcement a couple weeks. He's actually doing some big things.
We've been doing some stuff where we're just trying to branch out and really just we're pulling up on people's pods. I mean, we pulled up on FD. If y'all didn't pull up on that the other night, missing out, bro.
No, I was lit. That was lit. So, like I said, we appreciate everybody who's made it this far, and y'all are legends for that. We went a little long, but hey, that's what we do. So, anyway, like I said, until next time, until tomorrow.
Wait. Also, real quick, if you made it this far, we're not going to be able to cut everything, but go to the part where me and Marcus are talking about Amani with his staring contest. You'll get some wonderful video footage. Have a good time. Like, follow, share, subscribe. We out of here. Peace.
Yay, Bo.